The Vietnam War was one of the most controversial and complex conflicts of the 20th century. Fought in dense jungles, rural villages, and divided cities, it was not only a battle between armies, but a struggle of ideologies during the Cold War. Lasting nearly 2 decades, the war reshaped global politics and deeply divided public opinion around the world. The roots of the Vietnam War began long before American troops arrived. For decades, Vietnam had been a French colony. After World War II, Vietnamese nationalist leader Ho Chi Minh declared independence, seeking to free Vietnam from foreign rule. But France attempted to regain control, leading to the First Indochina War. In 1954, French forces were defeated, and Vietnam was temporarily divided at the 17th parallel. The North became Communist North Vietnam, while the South formed South Vietnam, supported by Western nations. The division of Vietnam quickly became part of the larger Cold War struggle. The United States feared the spread of communism across Asia, a belief known as the domino theory, which suggested that if one country fell to communism, others would follow. To prevent this, America began supporting South Vietnam with money, weapons, and military advisors. Meanwhile, North Vietnam received support from the Soviet Union and China. Vietnam had become a battlefield between global superpowers. In 1964, the Gulf of Tonkin incident led the United States to dramatically increase military involvement. American troops soon arrived in large numbers. At its peak, more than 500,000 U.S. soldiers were stationed in Vietnam. However, this war was unlike previous conflicts. Guerrilla fighters known as the Viet Cong used ambushes, tunnels, and jungle warfare, making it difficult for technologically advanced forces to achieve victory. The enemy was often invisible, and the battlefield had no clear front lines. In 1968, North Vietnamese and Viet Cong forces launched the Tet Offensive, a massive surprise attack across South Vietnam. Although militarily costly for the North, the offensive shocked the American public. Many began to question whether the war could truly be won. Television broadcasts brought images of combat directly into people's homes, fueling protests and anti-war movements across the United States. As casualties increased, public support for the war declined. Students, activists, and veterans organized demonstrations demanding peace. The Vietnam War became not only a military conflict overseas, but also a political and social crisis within America itself. Pressure grew on leaders to find a way out. In the early 1970s, the United States began withdrawing troops while attempting to strengthen South Vietnam's military. Peace negotiations continued, and in 1973, American forces officially left Vietnam. But fighting between North and South Vietnam continued. In April 1975, North Vietnamese forces captured Saigon, the capital of South Vietnam. The country was reunified under communist control, marking the end of the war. The Vietnam War resulted in millions of Vietnamese deaths and over 58,000 American casualties. It changed how wars were reported, influenced public trust in governments, and reshaped U.S. foreign policy for decades. Today, the Vietnam War remains a powerful reminder of the human cost of conflict and the complexities of global politics.